Good evening, good late afternoon to playoffs week one with Super Smash Brothers. Here with me, Dustin Owens, the co-host of the K12 Esports League, along with Rob Menegdeg, the commissioner of the K12 Esports League. We have two heavy, I'm going to say heavy hitters. I think we've had some really, really good
Mm,
teams this
yeah.
season, but we have some heavy hitters for you tonight for playoffs in week one.
Oh, we absolutely do. Hopefully my mic's coming through pretty good, but we got the MGLVA Surge going up against the VAVA Bees, triple question marks. Um, Unfortunately for Dustin and myself, a lot of name changes from last season to this season, so we won't be able to match those names up with exactly who we know at this point in time, unless one of the coaches watching the stream can give us a little sneak peek or let us know whose names did change. But also, surprise everyone. Obviously, we usually have Concord University streaming Smash Bros. For us this week. Unfortunately, some of their casters and the production team very, very sick. So we do wish them the best. Hopefully, they get healthy and feel much better very, very soon. But you do got Dustin and myself here today. Dustin, you can let them know we're good whenever we're ready. But yes, welcome, week one of the K12 Esports League Winter Season 2026 playoffs. Cannot wait for it. Again, on stream here on YouTube, but we do have MGLVA Surge going up against the VAVA triple question marks on our Twitch stream. We do currently have a Valorant matchup between the Kava Bears and the Wava Orcas are 4 and 5 seeds. That matchup's going to be an absolute banger. This one right here is going to be an absolute banger. So we got a lot of great K12 Esports League action coming at you today, and it is only Monday. We have all week as well. Tomorrow night will be Marvel Rivals. Wednesday, Rocket League and Chess, and Thursday we always finish off with those Fortnite varsity lobbies. But that being said, I think we're into the first game here. We got Croc on the Captain Falcon and Geo on the Pyra Mithra. I do believe Geo, our MGLVA player, Croc, our Vava player here today. And I always am interested to see Captain Falcon's Dustin. That is for sure.
Yeah, but I will say we have seen some good Falcon, Captain Falcon players. I think on one of the other teams earlier this season. So I definitely don't count him out 100% yet. But on Pirate Mithra right now with Geo, currently giving some of this damage over to Croc at 74% and climbing at the moment, doing a really good job. Is going to finally get hit there by Croc, and quickly following up to 39% already.
Yeah, and apologies everyone. Me and Dustin, we know the base level Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So what you're used to hearing from the Concord University gentlemen will be very different from what you get here today, as far as technical analysis, knowing what the moves are called, etc., etc. But regardless, excited bringing this match as Geo will get the first stock here today in this best of 3 series, bringing the lead for MGLVA up to 1 stock over the Vava Bees triple question marks. Geo in a very sticky spot though. One good hit from Croc, they are out of here and they will equalize this one. But I like Geo's slow down of the pace here, Dustin, as slowing it down, as I just mentioned, just waiting for the right opportunity. They do not want to get picked off here without putting some damage down first.
Absolutely. And I know MGLVA is definitely wanting this match to happen again. Just kind of looking at everything, MGLVA finishing this winter season before playoffs with a 3-3 record, VAVA with a 4-2 record. But these teams actually played against each other in week 5. VAVA coming out on top of that one. But so far tonight, looking really good so far for MGLVA with a second stock take onto Croc, able to keep all 3 stocks currently at 111, 124 now percent. Very impressive so far as to what Geo's doing. Being able to get past these tactics of Croc and still able to get the damage and apply pressure with the stock takes.
Yeah, I got to shout out Geo's dunk there on Croc taking that second stock. That was actually such a good play. But I also really want to call out the pacing here from Geo has been absolutely impeccable. It is definitely why we see them at a 3-stock lead at the moment, and they will actually win this one without losing that final stock. Or I'm sorry, their first stock. So stock lead for MGLVA going into game number 2 here in this first set. will be 9-6 over the VAVA Beast triple Qs for Croc. Just the pacing from Geo was so difficult to match. The range of Captain Falcon, as we all know, not the greatest. You do have to really get in their face and get some of those really heavy hits off. Unfortunately for Croc, unable to get any of those to take any stocks. So that was a masterful play there by Geo. I did like what I was seeing from Croc. Just unfortunately was unable to convert on, like I said, any of those really, really big, heavy hits that would have taken a stock from Geo.
Yeah, he definitely came close a time or two to being able to finally get that one stock, but Geo's ability to be able to come back to the stage was just really, really well done and executed. Again, just being able to outmaneuver and
Ooh.
continue applying that pressure and the damage. But we are going to see Eels coming in on this Roy, which we know is a heavy hitter overall. So I am curious to see if maybe the heavy hitter sword hitter will hit out the other sword hitter. If you could say that
Yeah.
5 times fast.
Oh, I couldn't. But I like to see the diversity that we do have at the K12 Esports League. A lot of players play a lot of different characters. The Roy coming out from Eels is such an interesting pick to me. We'll just have to see how well they do play on them. Right now, pretty even thus far. Geo does have a percentage lead, but great, great by Eels to get back onto the stage. We'll do it again. Able to miss that side smash as well. Eels playing very, very good. Very good here.
Yeah, for sure. And Eels able to shield and everything in the proper places is going to get hit there by Geo, and unfortunately is not going to be able to get back to the stage. Geo taking a pretty good hit onto Eels, getting that first stock take. Again, currently at 66%, and able to continue applying this pressure onto Eels with 30% moving forward. And these two
Yeah, Geo
sword
coming out.
players.
Two sword players. Geo coming out really hot here today in playoffs week number 1 for MGLVA. Has taken 4 stocks in a row from this VAVA Beast Triple Q team without losing a single one. So, playing out of their mind, that is for sure. Great parry by Eels. Unfortunately, unable to convert into anything else after that. That was a quick reaction time from Eels, but as I said, unable to convert. But Roy, not very good at getting back onto the stage. Eels has been doing a great job of that. And of course, the caster curse does come in, will not happen that time. Geo now on a 5-stock streak without losing a single one. However, sitting at 100% now. They do have to play super, super careful. Luckily, they have a lot of wiggle room, being up 3 stocks to 1 here over Eels in this game 2 of set number 1. Reminder, everyone, we do play a best of 3 series. So one of these teams will have to win 2 sets to be crowned our victor today and move on to week 2, which will be a semifinals for us here actually as well. Again, Geo playing out of their mind, has equalized the percentage, now has a percentage lead here, still has not lost a stock yet. That might do it for us here. Eels with a great move to get back on the stage, but unfortunately will roll right into a charged up side smash from Geo. Geo now on a 6-stock streak here, and seeing this in playoffs is absolutely nuts. Geo playing out of their mind here today. MGLVA up 9 stocks to 3 at the moment over this VAVA team. Wow. And again, I think Geo's pacing is just outclassing the VAVA team at the moment. Eels showed me some really good things, just was not able to convert on any stock takes. Now we have Permafrost coming in for VAVA on this. Oh shucks, the name is eluding me at the moment. We're gonna have to see it on the Minmin. This Minmin actually carried this VAVA team through the playoffs in the fall season. So very interested to see how this one does play out. Will Geo complete a full sweep in our very first set here, or will Permafrost be able to take them out and force MGLVA to bring out their second player? Again, MGLVA has a very big lead at the moment. A lot of wiggle room here for Geo to play with. And Geo, again, just on fire, does have the percentage lead, had not been hit up to that moment. Permafrost does have a range, though, which is very different than what we saw from both the Captain Falcon and the Roy from the VAVA team. So it's definitely a different look here for Geo, and we do see Permafrost now warming up just a little bit for sure. It has converted on some really good hits, but a little bit of a misclick there. I do think unable to use their up B to get back to stage. Geo now on a 7-stock streak here, again in playoffs. Week number 1. Absolutely nuts.
Again, I feel like Geo has to be feeling pretty good about themselves, already setting up their team very well, but even just being able to take, the 6 stocks and the 7th going on here in this 3rd round. Again, in the playoffs, definitely got to be feeling really, really good about themselves. Permafrost does have, as you mentioned, kind of that range ability, which is definitely the difference maker, I think, in this particular round in comparison to the other ones. Currently having some decent damage onto Geo, just again, not finding the connection, and will, as I say something, find that first stock onto Geo finally, kind of stopping some of his momentum there for a minute. But Geo coming back really fierce with a hit there, 78% onto Permafrost, with the right kind of hit, may actually be able to get Permafrost off. Perma gonna have to be really, really careful, and kind of an uphill battle at the moment with just the 2 stocks remaining, but definitely is possible. We have seen it a couple different occasions throughout the K12 Esports League here this season alone. Perma at 137, Geo finally taking the first hit from Perma, and Perma trying to gain some momentum onto Geo while dodging some of these, and looks like is going to get another stock taken off down to their final stock for VAVA in this set 1 matchup.
Yeah, and you know what? At least Permafrost able to get that stock from Geo. Geo is not invincible. That has to feel good for them regardless of if Permafrost can win this game or not. Just knowing that they can take some stocks away, right? And Geo was so close to losing a stock in the first 2 games as well. So for VAVA, this is definitely not impossible as we look forward to like set 2 and set 3 if we do get there, right? Ooh. But now Permafrost again on the warm up will get the 2nd stock here from Geo. That was really good back-to-back hits from them, just keeping Geo off the map. Feeling much better now, I'm sure, is this VAVA squad. Geo now at 11%, 1 stock apiece here. And as I mentioned, Permafrost now like warmed up on the comeback here. We'll get hit there though. Geo with a really good dodge to the right. Again, I think that was a misclick there, Dustin. But that will do it for our first set here. Geo Labo from the MGLVA Surge able to sweep the VAVA B's Triple Q team in this first set. Absolutely insane to see, for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think it's a crazy first set, and I'm curious as these players have started to warm up and everything like that too during this first set. I'd like to see this take it all the way to a set 3. I think it's definitely possible. I think these players have that capability and everything, and I think this is going to continue being a very competitive matchup moving forward. I'm not sure if we'll change this. Obviously, there wasn't much of a change of order for MGLVA, given that Geo was the only one that started out initially. But I am curious to see if they'll either change things up on their end, as well as VAVA, if they'll change the order of any kind as well.
Yeah, me as well. It's going to be very interesting to see what the lineup looks like going into this next one. I imagine MGLVA will probably take out Geo and put them as the anchor, the final player to come in. I don't know. It could be. It's a very interesting once you start thinking about the strategy here, right? Because either you take out Geo and let some of the other players do what they do as well, right? Or you leave Geo in because they are low key on fire, right? And then for VAVA, the other the other side, with Permafrost playing super well in that last game, I almost wonder if you do take them out of that anchor spot, right, and put them at the front as well, just so that VAVA can start this second set on fire too, right? It's the strategy that does come into playing a best of 3 here in crew battles. We'll just have to see how it does boil down, and I'm sure what we're waiting on at the moment is exactly that. The teams are trying to figure out, all right, what order are we going to go in, right, for this one? But with that being said, I believe, Dustin, let's send us to a Be Back Soon screen. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we'll be back when the gameplay resumes.
All right, and we are officially back. Thank you all for your patience. Was glad we was able to get over to this action even before we were able to join. Again, we are a high school esports league trying to help those within the Valorant sector as well as helping to do this Smash stream. So we appreciate your patience on that. But currently, Wild Gamer from MGLVA down 1 stock, Permafrost at 98%. Wild Gamer doing a really good job at being able to apply some of that damage to Perma. Hoping to get this first stock take.
Good recovery there by Perma to get back onto the map. But again, this is game 1 of set number 2 here, and we will see a switch up from both squads. Wild Gamer coming in for MGLVA, Permafrost staying in and being the first player up as opposed to the last player for the VAVA Beast Triple Q question marks team. Permafrost up 1 stock, make that 2 with an insane hit. I would not have imagined that actually took them off. Wild Gamer though coming back quickly and answering, taking a stock of their own. Permafrost up 1, however, with that wiggle room, right? But they want to finish this game, at least keeping both of these stocks. Wild Gamer, of course, wants to win this one, take them both. But with how Permafrost is playing, I do see them slowing this one down, trying to control the pacing of this game, and just finishing this one off. But as always, we just have to see how it does play out. Oh, good dodge there by Wild Gamer. That one would have actually hurt, might have sent them fully off the screen and ended this game. Wild Gamer now in a very sticky spot here at 103, but a great hit there by Wild Gamer will put some momentum back into their favor. Good dodge, another good hit by Wild Gamer. And Wild Gamer for MGLVA, even though their back is against the wall in this game, doing what they can to apply as much damage as possible. That will not take down Wild Gamer. Still alive in this one, sitting at 147 percentage. One more good hit from Permafrost, and this one will be over. But Permafrost also at 101. Does not matter. Permafrost will finish this one out, taking down Wild Gamer on the Yoshi. Again, I love the diversity that our players do have in the K12 Esports League. Got to see a Roy today, a Captain Falco, a Yoshi now as well. And Wild Gamer on that Yoshi played actually super well too. Almost taking that second stock from Permafrost. Permafrost will be going into game number 2 with those 2 stocks. VAVA with the first lead of today here. Permafrost doing what they can to set their team up to win this second set and send us to a third set. As a reminder, this is a best of 3. MGLVA Surge did win that first set, so VAVA's backs are against the wall. This is match point here for MGLVA. If MGLVA can win this full set here on Final Destination, they will be our winners and be moving on to semi-finals.
Yeah, and I was honestly waiting for that second stock to be taken. Wild Gamer coming down, able to get the recovery. I don't know how many different times, and really just kind of doing that downbeat to get some damage in. So it's really cool to see that. But coming in, Arrow, formerly Newt, if you were able to catch them in the fall season, on this Steve Enderman, which we haven't seen too many of these. I think we've seen like 1 or 2 here and there. But really not enough to, I guess, to really say that we've really, I don't think we've streamed any for playoffs, so this might be a first.
I think that this is a first. Steve's such an interesting character, very controversial too, right? But they have been in the game for years at this point, so everybody should have their matchups down, know how to counter the Steve, all those sorts of things. And we see it right now with Permafrost at a 50% lead right now here in this game number 2. Playing at the quickest pace we have seen them play so far today, and that is actually really needed against a Steve player. At 116% now is Arrow, trying to just stay alive, trying to get their mining in, but that was a great hit from Perma. Will not finish off Arrow here. That one will, though, equalize now, 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy. Yeah, Perma was just not letting up on that damage piece. Does have a little bit of that range and everything. Arrow able to finally get mined up, it looks like, to get some of those upgrades and everything. Gonna have to try to play to some of Steve's strengths, with maybe being able to box up and everything around Perma to try to prevent some of this damage and everything coming in too. But is going to continue getting hit there up to 84%. Thankfully, Steve does usually have pretty good recovery methods to be able to get back to the stage, but with this Min and that extra range off the side of the stage and everything, definitely going to have to be careful when coming back each time, because one wrong move, obviously they can get completely thrown off. Each player currently up in near the 104% now. Great hit there by Arrow onto Perma. And we're just kind of holding our breath a little bit to see if one or the other is going to get a stock take here. It's going to be very close depending on who gets this first big hit. 2 and 2 stocks, making this a relatively even. Arrow with a throw there, not going to be able to quite get Perma off. Perma able to do a grab and somehow missing that one, I think, through the mist. Arrow, though, getting Perma off on the other side. This volley back and forth. These players definitely want this stock take to happen. And Perma is going to get the first answer onto Arrow with that grab and slam.
Yeah, and I love to see Perma's switch up as unfortunately unable to recover back on the stage. We're equalized at 1 stock apiece, but Perma's switch up from, we've seen them 3 games in a row now, right? No grabs in those first 2, but grabbing a lot here in this 3rd game. So very good mind games coming out of Perma, as they will absolutely speed run that final stock and take the second game here. Unfortunately for Arrow, the Min's attacks off the stage so good, and Permafrost was able to connect and convert on that combo that is fully off the stage and finish out Arrow there for the MGLVA Surge. So Permafrost trying to make their own Geo Labo story happen here from set number 1. They have stayed in for the first two, still a stock lead here for the VAVA Bees Triple Q team. I believe it is 7-3 now. 2 players for VAVA still waiting in the wins, and we do have Geo coming in with 3 strong stocks. It is not impossible for them. The way they were playing set 1, 2, it would not surprise me if we do see this go the distance here, but looking solely at stock leads and stock counts, we are looking to most likely go to a third set here, Dustin.
Yeah, I was going to say Geo having only the 3 stocks, but we say only the 3 given how they played during that last set, and Perma currently down to this 1 stock. Gonna obviously, with VAVA having a little bit of a stock advantage, still kind of a slippery slope because we're not sure exactly how it'll pan out. Geo has a little bit of a hill to climb, but again, not impossible with how they were playing in set 1, and currently. Like you have said, playing on fire, 93% is Permafrost. Geo finally getting up to 34%, but it's slow going at the moment. He's able to outmaneuver this Perma or this Min ability, to get the range and everything, being able to jump right over and take advantage of that retracting arm,
man.
and is going to get that first stock, or is going to get the only stock take against Perma, keeping all 3 stocks, keeping MGLVA alive in this set 2 series.
Absolutely. This is Geo coming in with a point to prove for themselves and to the K12 Esports League as a whole. They are an insane Mithra Pyra player. One thing I gotta call out, right, is Permafrost, I think, able to control the pace on their first 2 games in the set 2, right? But we go into that game against Geo, and Geo controls the pace the entire time, playing very fast, all in Permafrost's face. Permafrost really didn't have any time to breathe, and that really showed there as they were able to take that final stock from Perma and only be sitting at 45 percentage taken themselves. Looks like we will have Tokasha come in for the VAVA Triple Bs. Bob, say this one 5 times fast, Dustin, right? The VAVA Bs Triple Q team. Not sure who they do play, so I'm excited to see who we do have them pick. Again, the diversity of our players and the characters that we do see is awesome, and it looks like it will be oh man, again, I was gonna say Akazut, shout out Demon Slayer, but Kazuya from the Street Fighter series coming out here. Going to be a hard one for Geo if Tokasha here can get close and get some of those combos off, the iconic Kazuya combos.
Yeah, and actually, it's kind of funny because we saw this Kazuya player play against Kashua from the the Kava Bears team, who plays King K. Rool. So trying to get those 2 separated in stream last time was rather amusing. But Takasha on this Kazuya, currently at 114%, but is also still kind of dangerous with that rage piece up. Does have some good abilities when they're kind of pushed up a corner. But Geo, again, making a statement, as you mentioned, going to take out that first stock against Takasha, and currently just not letting up on the gas.
Yeah, and again, it's the pacing and the controlling of the map coming out from Geo that is really impressive here. Takasha, again, those Kazuya combos basically can take you from 0 to stock taken just like that. And oh, the opportunity was there. Unfortunately, unable to get that second hit off. But as you mentioned, that rage piece, right, for Kazuya, who does have it now, is very, very, very scary. However, sitting at 116%, 118%, excuse me, is a very dangerous spot for Takasha to be at the moment. Needs to get back to map. They will. And I think I'm holding my breath here a
Oh,
little bit. And there we will see the huge hit coming off from Takasha, unable to actually fully take that stock. But sitting at 85% now is Geo from that one. However, one stock left here for Takasha. They need to take at least one, help their teammate
oh,
that is about to come in, and unfortunately will be unable to. Geo able to play the mechanics of the game just perfect enough to where Takasha could not make it back on the map. Geo again going into another game, keeping all 3 stocks. This may be our very final game here, as again MGLVA is on match point. The next player for the VAVA Beast team will need to win this one to send us to a set number 3.
yeah, and I bet MGLVA is kind of lit up at the moment. Like I said, in week 5, Vavo did take them in a 2-0 game there in a set 3, just like this. But now MGLVA currently set 1 down, set 2 is has basically evened it out. It has made this an even playing field against the Vava, Triple Q, and it is looking to win. Vava is going to need to stop here, obviously, in order to continue on into set 3. Does look like we might have the same pick, if I'm not mistaken, on the Mithra Pyra. So it's going to be a very interesting battle coming out here. But with that being said, on the other side of this bracket, whoever wins this matchup will play against either the Kava Bears or the K12 PEA Omega Wolves, depending on the outcome of that matchup.
Well, yeah, that's a hard one to call, but we'll focus here on this one, as it is the mirror matchup, Pyra and Mithra versus Pyra and Mithra. Eels bringing this one out this set instead of the other character that they did happen to choose, and it's going to be interesting to see how this one does play out. Geo keeping the pressure on, has Eels at 46%, make that 60, has not been hit quite yet. Eels trying to bring the pacing up as well, trying to match how quick Geo has been playing. Does get a couple good hits off of Geo, but unfortunately unable to make it back to stage is Eels. Geo now has brought MGLVA from the deficit that they were at in this second set to the first lead for them here after these couple games that we have been watching over the past few minutes here. Eels, though, playing pretty well on this Pyra Mithra. They are basically just trading blows back and forth. Very, very similar stuff coming out from both of them. Good timing there by Eels on that one. We'll bring out the Pyra now and get close to Geo. Eels playing well on this Pyra Mithra here. Geo sitting at 108%. Has to be a little bit careful of Eels here on this one.
Yeah, Eels, obviously with that 1 stock down, is looking to try to even this out, but Geo currently getting kind of sent up, and a huge hit there from Eels onto Geo is going to get that stock take, but Eels at 90% is going to have to be extremely careful at 104 now. Geo currently on the move, trying to get, and actually does some really good edge guarding there as Eels tries to come back. Eels is going to make it back, but then quickly get hit off, taking it down to the last stock. MGLVA currently up the 1 stock, and this is pretty much match point. If Eels can't hang on to this final stock, MGLVA will win this week 1 playoff matchup.
Yeah, but shout out to Eels for matching the pace here from Geo, able to get at least that 1 stock. And there, again, as I mentioned a few moments ago, just trading blows back and forth. Unfortunately, on these trades for Eels, Geo has been coming out on top as far as just getting a couple more percentage points off consistently here against Eels. Great shield comes out by Geo into a nice jump, into a hit. Geo playing very, very well right now. A couple of great shields by Eels as well, though. But Geo able to turn it around. 113% now for Eels. They are in the danger zone. Again, they do have to take both these stocks to keep the VAVA team alive and send us
Ooh.
to a third set. But Geo says, no, 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 I'm ending it here. We'll get the final hit and bring the victory home for the MGLVA Surge here in playoffs week number 1. Man, that was a fun matchup to watch. Geo from MGLVA Surge absolutely putting on a show, but I don't want to and cannot discredit the Vava Bees Triple Q team because we saw some really great things from them as well. A lot of character diversity, which again I love to see, but Permafrost on that Min actually playing really amazingly here today. Unfortunately, just was not enough to bring the victory home for their team. So again, that'll be the MGLVA Surge knocking the Vava Bees Triple Q team out of the playoffs. We will see Surge next week, hopefully streamed by Concord University against either the Kava Bears or the K12 PEA Omega Wolves. And again, we do hope that the Concord University casters and production team does feel better so that they can bring you the more technical analysis next week, right? But with that being said, shout out to all. I think we saw 7 different players here today with one of those subs coming in. Shout out to all of you for putting on a good show for Dustin and myself for our first stream back to Smash in a few weeks. So it was very fun here today to watch this one. And shout out as well just to make it into and qualify for playoffs. Not an easy thing to do here at the K12 Esports League. Again, we do see the MGLVA Surge coming out on top here today. But with that, Dustin, I think I am good. I'm gonna send it over to you to close us out for the day.
Sounds good. We hope you join us back again next week for semifinals. But if you're interested in some more action over on our Twitch page right now, there is a Valorant matchup going on with the Wava Orcas and the Kava Bears. Bound to be a very tight matchup, given
Yep.
how this season has panned out and everything. But with that being said, we appreciate you and can't do this without you. Learning coaches, parents and guardians, coaches of the players, and the players themselves. Thank you for supporting the K12 Esports League and everything that you do, showcasing your skill, whether you're on or off stream. We appreciate, we see you, we watch you, and know that there's a lot of skill there and love having you in the K12 Esports League. So we appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Check out the Valorant stream going on right now, and we will see you next time.
Take care. GG's.